Uprising. Welcome to today's show. It ties in perfectly with what is going on in the world and with what I'm talking about, and that's how all this works all the time. The TV show, Netflix show, same difference. Squid Game. Now, some of you may have heard of it. Most of you probably have, whether you have a TV or Netflix or not, because it's being pumped through the mainstream media. And whenever a show or a movie is pushed beyond belief, it's not about making money. It's not about success. It's about getting people to go and watch it because there's an agenda behind it. That's what those Purge movies, most of these things, right? Civil War movies as far as superheroes, and of course the superhero movies in general, which is going to lead to transhumanism. But Squid Game tying in perfectly with the destruction of capitalism, because that's what the show is about, the destruction of capitalism. I will show you some of the things involved with this show.
Now, with the show that everyone's talking about, it's called Squid Game. It's a violent thriller from South Korea, and it's centered on a survival game. Juju Chang is here with more on this. Good morning to you, Juju.
Good morning to you, Amy. It is a phenomenon. Squid Game has a rare 100% critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's #1 in 90 countries. The Korean language drama is so hyper-violent, though. We can't even show you much of it, but that hasn't slowed down the millions of fans obsessed with Squid Game. Why is it so popular? Here's why.
Squid Game, the latest streaming sensation captivating audiences on Netflix. The Korean drama series, with its dazzling, vivid visuals accompanied by moments of stunning violence, is not morning TV friendly, to say the least.
I would describe Squid Game as a little Hunger Games-esque, but even more violent.
Squid Game is about a group of down-on-their-luck contestants forced to compete in life-or-death versions of classic children's games, like Red Light, Green Light, with the promise of millions of dollars at stake for the winner. Just 2 weeks after debuting, the show is on track to surpass Bridgerton, which was viewed by 82 million people, Netflix's most-watched series of all time.
Yo, wait, I'll be right back. Let me just get another cook.
It's inspiring a TikTok trend, people attempting to complete the show's challenges, and it's even being imitated in online gaming platforms like Roblox. The show's star, Lee Jung-jae, an already familiar name in the K-drama industry. But what's behind the show's massive popularity? Korean TV shows and movies, along with other cultural exports like K-beauty and K-pop, have been gaining widespread appeal in the U.S.
When you saw the success of Parasite and how it won the Oscar and how people really tuned into the story of economic inequalities and the way that story was told through horror elements, it is a unique way to tell those stories, and I think there's an appetite for it.
The themes and brutal subject matter of Squid Game resonating with viewers who may be looking for an escape from a world that sometimes feels out of control.
We watch things that make us uncomfortable because it removes us from the problems that we're having. It's allowing you to make a decision.
Allegorical social commentary or simply gruesome spine-tingling horror? Well, clearly both. The director of Squid Game says he's ready to dive in, but not just yet. He's open to Squid Game Season 2, though. And guess what the hottest Halloween costume is going to be? Trending already.
Yep.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Juju.
Now, again, shows only become popular not organically. Nothing is allowed to become popular organically without their control. If they do, they shut them down. That's what ends up happening. Look, I'm not going to toot my own horn and say, well, I became really popular on YouTube because I did, and they shut me down. A lot of other truthers did. A lot of people have in other forms of life and other walks of life. When it comes to the media, and it comes to these shows, they want total control. This is a show, a Korean show, that has become the most popular show, or about to become the most popular show on Netflix. Nobody in America would ever watch this, ever, if it wasn't pushed down their throat. For starters, it's not even an American-made show. People from America don't normally watch these types of shows from Korea or from China or from the UK. Yeah, sure, of course there's some people who watch it, but for it to be the #1 show, it just tells you something. Every media outlet has been talking about the show. It's the only reason I know about it is because when I do my work and my research, I look for patterns. Every day for the last week, I've seen Squid Game, Squid Game, Squid Game. I was going to sit through it, but I thought it was a movie, and I'm not sitting through a 20-episode series. However, I researched it, I read about it, and if you can't see that this is about the destruction of capitalism and why capitalism is bad, when in reality, the real enemies, the people in the game, right? So these people, it's so funny too, because it ties into like all this stuff you see with these challenges and these stupid games that adults play, these TikTok challenges, stuff I cover, right? Where people try these stupid, ridiculous things because we have adults who act like babies. Well, the end of capitalism ties into that too, right? The plot of this about how all of these people are in debt and how capitalism isn't fair, which makes really no sense, because capitalism is the definition of fair, because people work hard, they try, and they use their brain to be able to succeed in this country. What we have now is a society that wants to sit and play video games that has been spoiled by their parents, who are going to do everything they can to silence people and bring in Big Brother because they think it's all conspiracy, they think everything's a joke. They've convinced them. These are the people that you see sitting playing video games, people who think that their cartoon avatars are who they are. Just pointless, useless people. Now, the good news about that is that the majority of these people are the same people who are willing to put anything in their body. And I mean anything, not even just magic potions, you know what I mean? And hopefully that ends up taking care of part of the problem at some point too with the boost. However, the notion of capitalism existing is not going to be a notion for much longer. Now, in this trailer, you'll see they even hint at the powerful elites, right? They have the mass things I've always covered, right? The mass, the galas, the rich hiding themselves, and of course the guy with the Baphomet horns, the antlers on his head, and of course you see the FEMA camp tie-in, right? So all these poor people rolled in, FEMA camping, living. I mean, it's ironically funny, but it's obviously deliberately created and made. This is all done on purpose. And these, they try to tell you in the media, oh, it's organic, and it's just a great creative idea, and it's a really cool show. Yeah, it's a really cool show. They play games to win money, and if you lose, you get killed. I mean, I don't remember Hunger Games. I've seen part of it. I'm pretty sure it's a similar plot to that. But the Korean dystopian horror movie show Squid Game portrays the inequality of capitalism. That's what all the articles about the show say. And it's on track to be the most successful show. And again, they push it and they pump it because they want everyone out there to watch it, especially the youth, because the adults aren't going to watch this crap. But the kids will, the 20-year-olds, the teens, they'll watch it, and they're being taught through this show that capitalism is evil, that it's bad, and this is what it's led to. These poor people who can't make money. In reality, they can't make money because they're so dumb, they can't do anything on their own, which is exactly what's happening in today's world. The majority of these people can't work. They don't know how to do anything. They're dependent on Big Brother. This tries to portray it like, oh, all these big people are hoarding money, people who are successful. And in reality, the only people who are hoarding money, not paying taxes, are the elites and stealing and controlling resources. They want to kill off any other classes because they don't want anyone to be able to obtain resources or wealth and to do anything against them or harm them, to get everybody on an equal playing field. And it's amazing that so many people want this playing field where we all make the same amount of money, we all eat the same amount of food, and it's all controlled by someone we're supposed to trust, and you think they're living the same way? It's amazing that they're clamoring for this stuff, but it's no surprise, because when I saw that this show was trending, I said, okay, there's got to be an agenda behind it, right? You see the masks with the pyramids and all that, the signs and symbols, right? So you know who's behind it. But if it's trending number one, and you're being told it's going to be the most popular series on Netflix, which means like it's more popular than The Irishman, some of these movies that have come out with like De Niro and all these other guys, or Stranger Things, that they want everyone to tune into this so they can teach them about the evils of capitalism, because now is the time they're destroying the economy and they can reset and capitalism will be gone. It'll be socialism. So the wealth of the planet's billionaires, according to this article, grew by 54% or $4 trillion in the U.S. during this outbreak. Give me a break. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate, the people who are paying the unemployment are all the other people who are paying taxes are paying the unemployment, and they're making more money on unemployment than they would if they were actually working at their jobs. So it gives them no incentive to work, and this is exactly what they want. And then they don't talk, with the way the economy is and the way the wealth is set up, they don't talk about why so many people are out of jobs because of the magic potion or any of that stuff. It's just, it's laughable. It's laughable. So this is propaganda being used to destroy capitalism. Should it surprise anyone? No, it should not. They tell you it's number one, so you go and watch it, and you know the ones who are going to go and watch it are teenagers and people in their young 20s and people who pretend that their avatars are their real, or who they are, and then they go to festivals trying to get down and dirty with people who dress up in costumes like other cartoon characters. In other words, pointless, worthless human beings on this earth who aren't even human, who are trying to destroy everything and are going to welcome in a new world order as long as they can play their video games and you don't hurt their feelings. Well, this is the NWO. So capitalism, destruction, what it's all about. It's what I've been talking about a lot lately, because you need to know that, because it's going to affect you. This is how they're going to enslave society. Whether you agree or not with capitalism, I mean, it's just the way it is. It's the world we grew up in, but a period where we're all working the same hours, doing the same thing, and making the same money, and eating the same portions of food. If you think that's better for society and humanity, you are out of your mind. You are out of your mind, because that's them feeding you the Soylent Green. That's you being totally enslaved, and this is because we live in a lazy, pathetic society where you allowed a certain group of people to gain some type of control over speech and everything else, so that they can usher this in. And we have the weak people out there begging for it. So shows like this are the reason behind why we're going to see a destruction of capitalism, because people are going to see it, think it's big and bad, and say we need equality, just like you heard the women crying for equality, the sports figures, like this illusion that there isn't equality is pretty hilarious. It really is. I can't say more than that. Reminder, check out the website at callforuprising.com. It's $2.99 a month. Let me know if you've seen the show, if there's anything else in there that I should check out. Obviously, I've seen they're all pretty much imprisoned, doing this for money, getting killed if they lose. I've seen the signs and symbols, the masks, the pyramids, the ritual circles, all the other crap, the FEMA entrapment, pretty much is what it is. Everyone's sleeping in the same room, which is the way the world will be at some point. But I will not be here participating in that. I'll tell you that much. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of you greatly. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you and your families.